down on that bench. It's got sawdust all over it. You wouldn't want to get that fancy suit if you was dirty, would you? Here, wipe it down. Honestly, Lion, haven't I taught you anything in your life?
It's all right, Dad.
Hey, what time's the funeral today?
It's not till 11.
Oh, yeah? Would you like to help your old man with something, or is menial labor too pedestrian for you these days?
I think I can handle it, Dad. What do you need?
Well, I want to finish painting these cabinet doors.
Why are you going to paint it?
Here, get busy. Not my idea to paint it. This woman wants everything in her kitchen white. Sparkling white. So be it. So, any of your old teammates going to be there with you?
Yeah, almost all of them.
Oh, good.
You know, Coach was quite a presence in our lives.
Yeah.
He taught us a lot about life, beyond zone and man-to-man defense, like how to work hard, still have fun, how to win with class and lose with grace.
Well, here, let me show you something. You dip this into this paint down here, okay? The brush works a hell of a lot better that way. I got to get this thing finished by this weekend sometime. So, tell me, how are things on the other side of the fence, you know, where the rich folk hire people like me to do their dirty work?
What you do is not dirty work. Now, come on, Dad, why would you say so?
Come on. You and I live in very different worlds these days.
Well, one's not better than the other.
Yeah, well, take a look at your clothes, why don't you? Your shoes. Ooh, that haircut. Wow. You know, I'd have to work for about 3 months just to afford the watch that you're wearing, you know.
It's just stuff, Dad.
Well, it's damned expensive stuff, I'm telling you. Now, watch the corners there, you're gonna drip. Jeez, come on.
Sorry.
Oh.
Guess I'd make a lousy apprentice, huh?
Yeah, well.
I ought to think about it. I don't have that job in San Francisco anymore.
Whoa, yeah? What are they, sending you to Dubai or Singapore now?
Actually, I turned in my resignation about a week ago.
Whoa, you got any plans?
Well, Jenny and I want to move to a smaller town.
Yeah.
You know, we're kind of sick of the city, and I can do consulting from anywhere. I'm just not sure where that is yet.
I mean, you quit your job without lining up another one?
Yep, that's about it.
Oh my God.
Have I disappointed you again, Dad? I seem to be pretty good at that.
What are you talking about?
You know, ever since high school, I apparently haven't done the right thing, been the son you wanted.
What the hell do you mean?
Never mind, it doesn't matter. It's too late now anyways.
Actually, it does matter. You got a chip on your shoulder about the size of Wisconsin. What the hell do you mean since high school?
You know, even back then, you never said anything about my report cards, which only had vowels on them.
Vowels? Oh, you straight A's, those things? Oh, come on. Well, no, maybe I didn't say anything to you, but I sure talked to your mother about it a lot. Of course I was pleased. Come on.
Pleased?
Yeah.
Really? Now, you could have fooled me. You didn't even bother to come to that special awards dinner for the National Merit Scholar when I was a junior.
Come on, I was busy taking care of your mother.
Well, things didn't change after she died. Let's see. Senior year. How many basketball games did you come to, Dad? Can't remember? Well, I'll tell you, 1. The first one. And you didn't set foot in the gym after that. Thanks, Dad.
Wait a minute. That is not fair.
Not fair. Not fair? I'll tell you what's not fair. It's not fair that Mom got cancer. It's not fair that she didn't see me as valedictorian or go to college or get married. It's not fair that Jenny never got to meet her. And it's not fair that when I needed you most, you weren't there. So, why didn't you come to my games, Dad, after that first one?
I don't have a good excuse, Lionel.
Basketball was the one arena I could be a regular kid. Not the boy genius with the insane memory. Not the kid who played first chair cello in the high school orchestra at age 11. And not the kid with the weird name.
Oh, come on, Linus.
Oh, Do you have any idea how many times I was asked about my security blanket? But on the court, I had to work just as hard as everyone else, and I was okay. Not great, but I loved to play. And you didn't give a rip about it.
That's not true.
Whatever.
Listen, I don't have a good excuse, but I do have an explanation if you want to hear it. Look, Linus, when I walked into that gym, I looked around and I saw I was the only father there without a suit and a tie. I had dungarees on, I had sawdust in my hair, but I went and I sat in those bleachers anyway. And then it started. First guy I'm sitting next to, he starts talking about flying his private jet to Paris just for a gallery opening. Another guy over here, he starts talking about, I'm taking my kid out of school for a week so we can go skiing in Utah. Well, the only thing I could talk about was struggling just to pay your mother's medical bills. I couldn't compete with that crowd.
Couldn't compete? The competition was on the court, Dad. You were there to watch me play a game, not compete with the other fathers.
All right, you're right, okay? But I was afraid it was embarrassing you, that you were ashamed.
Really? Jesus Christ.
Well, there you go. Jesus. You certainly have got something in common with him. You're both sons of carpenters.
So, your image was more important than my playing. That's what you're saying. My God, the irony.
What?
Never mind.
Look, I should have known that, well, that we'd be out of place in that fancy prep school, but you were so smart. We had to put you in a school with smaller classrooms so that you could get more one-on-one with the teachers, you know?
Dad, we were much poorer than most of the families there. You could tell when all but about 4 of us came back from spring break with tans and stories about snorkeling in Cozumel or Virgin Gorda. But geez, Dad, we were only poorer in money.
I know that. Listen, that's enough painting for now. I'll finish this later. You better get going if you want to get to that church by 11.
Do you want to come with me?
What?
Come with me
Where?
to Coach's funeral.
No, I can't do that. Well, listen, I would, but I really don't have anything to wear.
What do you mean?
But I don't even have a suit and tie anymore, you know? Last time I wore a suit and tie was to your mother's funeral. She was the only one who could get me to put on a monkey suit like it. You know what? After she passed, I gave it away. It was just too many memories.
Put on a sweater. Your jeans are fine.
You sure? All right. Just give me a minute.
Wow. Look at this thing. Does this still work? You can sell this to some antique dealer.
Yeah, that thing works. That right there is how I kept track of your season. Followed your games like a hawk, son. WTSL, Dave Henderson and Rick Ryland.
You listen to my games?
Oh, you know, the day you guys won that state championship, I was sitting right here, crying my eyes out. Jesus, I was so proud of you. Just wished your mother could have been here.
You listen to my games.
Yeah. Can I listen? That Dave Henderson boy, he knew all of the league stats going back years and years. He was unbelievable. And that Ryland, oh, what a character. He had such a wicked sense of humor. He'd come up with this one-liner, you know, and I'd be sitting there thinking about it, and by the next time, he would come on with another. I just couldn't believe it was so funny.
But why didn't you tell me?
I don't know, son. I was in such a fog after your mother died. When you had accepted that scholarship to Stanford, I figured, well, He wanted to get as far away from the old man as possible, so why would you care what I thought?
Dad, do you even know why I went into management consulting in the first place? It was to impress you. I wanted you to be proud of me. And then, the reason I quit my job was being asked to steal. The details don't matter. It had to do with clients and their billable hours, and I just wouldn't play the game. Even though the clients being overcharged were multi-million-dollar outfits, I resigned because you taught me to be honest.
No, I don't.
Dad, well, do you remember when I was a kid, and that guy from Blueberry Hill came in and offered to pay you 6 times what you normally charge for kitchen cabinets if you would do his right away? You graciously accepted his compliments, but just as graciously you told him that you had other customers in front of him and that you didn't accept bribes. You know, I thought you were stupid, turning down such a fortune. God knows we needed the money. But I've never forgotten that. Later, when my friends offered to pay me big bucks to write their essays for them, I understood. Now I see it all the time. Corporate America is rife with cheating and bribes and stealing, and I hate it.
At the end of the day, all we've got left is our integrity. Grandfather taught me that.
Yeah, I know.
Come here. Look, Linus, I'm sorry for not being in those bleachers and everywhere else I should have been instead of hiding in here.
All those lost years. I'm sorry too.
But I hope you know how proud I am of you.
I can't believe you listened to my games. Hey, do you remember the semifinals against Hartford?
Oh, I remember that. It was 2 seconds to go, and you guys are down by 1 point, and who is it? The Bean Whistler, he passed the ball to you. You let a wild left-handed hook shot go, and you win the game by 1 point. Henderson's getting a heart attack on the air. Yeah, I remember that. God, I miss your mother. But I'm just so proud to have a son like you.
Oh, we've got a lot of years left. Hey, Dad?
Yeah, we do.
Hi, my name's Pete.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? How's that son of yours doing, the hockey player? See his team make the playoffs? Great. Hey, Karen, how's it going? Come here often?
No.
I guess I'd never seen you here before.
I've never been here before.
Well, I actually do come here often. Yep, it's a nice place, good place to meet people. I've gotten to know all the regulars.
I guess that's good.
Yeah, I come here a couple times a week. Fridays for sure. Most Fridays you can find me right here in this room. Hey, Ken, Elizabeth, how are you? You know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so flip. Do you mind if I sit here?
Suit yourself.
Hey, where are my manners? Let me get you something to drink. You stay here, save my seat, name your poison.
Diet Coke, I suppose.
Okay, stay here. I'll be right back. There we go.
Thank you.
So, about me, I'm divorced, 2 children, boys aged 16 and 13. They live with their mother. Beautiful kids, good kids, nice kids. Now that they're in high school, they're involved in all kinds of activities. Yep, very social, lots of friends, lots of friends. You got soccer, you got basketball, baseball, parties.
That's nice.
You know, my 13-year-old's voice is changing. I hardly recognize him when we talk on the phone. Of course, he never talks on the phone. Kids nowadays don't talk, they text.
Well, that's a fact.
Yep, you know, I spend all day Sunday, the whole day with them. I go to all their games, we text back and forth, and, well, no, actually, they text. I'm still trying to get the hang of it. These thumbs just don't move as fast as theirs do.
Really?
So you married?
No.
Boyfriend or significant other?
No, I'm divorced. No kids, no boyfriend, no significant other.
What's your name?
Abby. I'm not sure I want to stay here. I'm going to go.
You know, I'm sorry I came on so strong. Please forgive my enthusiasm for this place. Don't be hasty. Give it a chance.
I'm not comfortable.
Neither was I at first. Please give it a try.
I'm just going to go
No,
home.
please stay, Abby. Look, what can it hurt? You're single, you're attractive, you're here. If that's the first step, you'll be okay. Give it a try.
I lied. I do have children. 3 children. They live 800 miles away from here with their father and his new wife. I hardly ever see them, and I hate that. I miss them. Well, I'm hoping they'll come visit for summer vacation.
It's okay, I lied too. I don't see my children every weekend. Far from it. I'd like to, but, well, I just don't. And when I go to their games, I sit in the back and they don't even know that I'm there. They live nearby, but our relationship is kind of strained.
Strained?
That's what happens, I guess.
Well, why don't you see them more often?
Oh, it's complicated.
Oh, I don't belong here. I've only been divorced a few months. I'm not ready.
Oh, me either, but I come anyway.
When you get divorced, well, as you must know, people start talking. They start blaming. They blame me, mostly.
You're absolutely right. Bingo.
Most of our friends are on my ex-husband's side. Well, a few of my women friends stay in touch. Kind of. Not many.
I know what you're saying exactly. Bingo again.
I feel like such a loser. You know, all the couples that we used to hang around with, they talk about us. You know, he didn't do this, she did this. And, well, you know, he shouldn't have, and well, she should have, and...
You're absolutely right. Bingo again.
My children blame too. They're angry with me, I know. They throw tantrums and argue with each other and with their father. They fight, they yell at me, they even threaten suicide, which just tears me to pieces.
You know, it's hard. I know it's hard. I've been through it.
You couldn't possibly know what I'm going through.
But I do. My kids blame me too. That's part of our strained relationship. And strained is putting it mildly. Look, we have to pick ourselves up together and restart our lives. We have to. You're okay, Abby. You're not a loser. By coming here tonight, you've taken the first step at becoming a winner.
I don't know about that.
You'll be fine. It just takes time.
Well, how long have you been coming here?
Years. This whole thing was new to me once, too.
So what happened with you and your wife?
That's a long story.
No, I don't want to go home. I'm not ready. It's not the right time yet.
It's your decision. I can't make you stay, even though I think you should. Just be certain that you're making the right choice. Oh, here he is. That's Bill. The meeting's about to begin.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bill, and I'm an alcoholic.
Hello, everybody. My name is Pete, and I'm an alcoholic.
My name is Abby. And I'm an alcoholic.
Good morning.
Mike? Oh, why are you still here? You had all night to clear out your stuff.
Yeah, but I didn't think you meant right away.
You mean you didn't think? I told you Paul's moving in today. He'll be here at noon. So get your stuff and get out. Now!
Hey, what's the rush? He knows you have an ex-husband, so what's the big deal? He does trust you around me, doesn't he?
Of course he does. Wholly and completely. But don't forget, I had to do a lot of dancing around while all your sports gear is still in the garage. The stories I had to tell him about your landlord earned me a Pulitzer. At least I got him to stop freaking out about that kid he was convinced I was hiding.
Oh, yeah? You told him that stuff belonged to the jerk who messed up your life, and then wouldn't get out of it. Did you forget about that?
Of course not. How could I? You're still that jerk, and you're still here. So get out. Get your stuff and get out now.
Ah, come on, Elaine. We agreed that this was the best arrangement given the circumstances.
Mike, the divorce is final 5 years ago, and circumstances have changed. But here you are.
Yes, and you know why. I didn't have to stay, you know. We could have sold this house, but then you lost your job. If I hadn't moved downstairs and picked up your half of the payments for that year, you would have been out on the street.
I know. And I do appreciate that, Mike. But it's not like I did anything wrong. It's not my fault that the business was bought out and I had a real struggle to stay employed. Things are steady now. Not great, but enough to get by.
With some help from a new housemate.
Look, Paul loves me and he wants to help. With him moving in and picking up half the payments, your half, actually, you can move out. Then we can sell this place and split the proceeds like we planned and get on with our lives.
Ah, I'm starting to see things a little more clearly. I know I haven't met this guy. Paul doesn't know how you've been able to afford this place, and that you are my landlord. Poor guy does not know he's being used. Love is
I
blind.
am not using him. He's the best thing to have happened to me in a long time. And to you. When all of this is done, you and I will be free to do whatever we want.
Look, Elaine, I have another idea. I still love this house, and I'm willing to buy your half for cash. Then you and Paul can start fresh.
No way. I love it too, and if I can't have it, neither can you. So get your stuff and go, now!
But Elaine...
Paul! Oh, you're here! And you're early.
Yes.
Very early.
I know I'm early, but I was ready, and I was excited about moving in, and I didn't think you'd mind. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, of course not. I'm glad you're here. Paul, this is my ex-husband, Mike. Mike? This is Paul. I told him you were moving in today.
Yes, you did. Paul, it's very nice to meet you.
Oh, well, it's nice to meet you too, and thanks a lot for coming over to help us out.
Oh, you are welcome. you know, since this is going to be your home, why don't you come down in the basement with me and let me show you what's what.
You don't have to do that now, Mike. I can show Paul later. Now, why don't you just run along like a good little boy and do that job you promised to take care of last night when I was at my mother's.
Oh, nonsense. I know how much you hate it down there, especially since
That's enough out of you.
Hey. Why don't we just get this load moved in and then we can figure out what's what, huh? Mike, I can use a hand unloading my truck. I'll help you if you help me.
Sounds like a plan, though. Just let me get
Mike, I don't think that's a good idea. You need to finish that job alone.
It can wait. I can see Paul's anxious on moving in. Like I was saying, just let me get my shoes on. So, Paul, are you into sports?
Golf.
What?
Well, what do you think I did? What do you think I did every Saturday morning? All summer.
You said you went to commune with nature.
Oh, I did. On the golf course.
You up for 18 next Saturday? You should be all moved in by then.
That'll be our first Saturday together. You'll probably still have boxes.
Yeah, I should be. A 7 a.m. tea time. I know a great course in Ann Arbor.
Sounds good.
Wait a minute. I was at your place a lot. I never saw any clubs.
Well, they were in the closet with the mop and the broom. You never went in there.
You never asked me to do chores.
Oh, there's a great closet downstairs for your clubs. Come on, I'll show you.
No!
Later. Hey, since you obviously like the outdoors, are you a hunter too?
Nah.
Thank goodness.
Oh, well, it's not that I hadn't wanted to give it a try. I shoot skeet.
So you have a gun?
A few. I inherited my dad's collection.
Guns? You know how I feel about guns. Why didn't you tell me?
It's not like they're handguns. Besides, you didn't need to know they were there.
And they're not going to be here.
Now, relax, Elaine. Now that I'm going to be living here, I'll teach you to use them properly so that no one will get hurt.
Oh, she knows.
No. No, you're not bringing those here.
Too late. They're already in the truck. It was the first thing I loaded. No pun intended. Yeah, I'm pretty good at shooting, targets and clay pigeons. But I always wondered what I'd do with something alive.
Dare tell him about
I go hunting a few times a year with a couple buddies. You should come up with us next time. We'll get you a license for whatever's in season. If you don't like it, you can always stay in camp and watch the beer.
Fine. Hey, maybe I can repay you with some hockey tickets.
You into hockey?
Oh, yeah. Go Wings! Woo!
He's luring you into his web. You don't follow hockey.
Sure I do. I mean, I don't have season tickets or anything, but I catch nearly every game.
Right.
Even if I have to DVR them.
Right.
You DVR the Wings game?
Well, sure. And then I stay away from all the sportscasts and newspapers until I can watch the game.
So that's why you never let me drive anywhere or turn on the radio.
Yeah, you listen to all that news and sports crap. Hey, I got a great collection of Red Wings memorabilia.
But I never saw it.
It was in my storage unit.
Where is it now? On the truck?
Are you kidding? That stuff's valuable. It's getting its own trip.
Right, I mean...
I know, I'm telling
How
you.
much stuff are you moving in here?
You know, I have quite the collection myself, though. You want to go see it?
Sure. Where do you live? I'd like to drop by sometime.
How about now? We just have to go down
Paul, we're going to get you moved in today. Suggest you get started on those boxes. They're not going to walk themselves in here. Mike, you can go now. You can take it from here.
She's a real taskmaster, isn't she?
Yeah, but that's all right. I need someone to keep me on track.
Oh, she's really good. She knows what track just to get you on.
Mike, I'm warning you.
You know, the most important thing I learned from Elaine is that everything boils down to relationships.
That is true, and Elaine and I have a great one. Right?
Yes, we do. So let's get you all moved in so we can figure out what stays and what goes. We don't have all day.
Yep, I learned that a long time ago. She's a real charmer. She can get you to do anything. She nags, she sweet talks, it's all the same. She tells you to jump, and all you can do is ask, how high? And jump higher and hope she notices what a good boy you are.
Mike, that's
You
enough.
really do know her well.
I resent
Yes,
that.
I do know her well. And in spite of all that and the divorce, I believe Elaine and I have a great relationship. In fact, I believe we have the best relationship now that we ever had. don't we?
Whatever.
Paul, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Elaine hates the basement, so move in there.
Oh, you mean put my stuff in the basement instead of bringing it in here in the house?
Yes, please. I work hard to keep this place looking decent.
No, I meant just what I said. The best way to live with Elaine is to not actually live with her. Just move all your stuff down there. It'll save you time in the long run. You can always come up and visit.
From the basement?
Look, I've been living down there since the divorce.
Mike,
In the
please.
basement?
Mike.
Precisely, I have a whole studio apartment down there with a wet bar and a big screen TV.
Paul,
In the basement?
Yep, in the basement.
He's been living here all along and you never told me?
It's not like he lives with me. He has a completely separate door for coming and going. And he's moving out today. Aren't you, Mike?
And yet, here I am. Why don't you take a look down there?
Wow, sweet. You even have twinkle lights. What a setup. I never even knew.
Yep, and I still have Elaine to keep me in line. Tell you what, I'll let you move in with me at a quarter of what Elaine's planning on collecting from you.
I'm not collecting, he's contributing. Mike, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would. I'll visit your own room, and there's plenty of space for your collections.
Paul, I won't make you throw anything out. I promise.
You can free wireless too.
Mike, you can't do this to me. I thought you first.
Free to come and go when I want?
Free to stay up late and to watch hockey games or sneak out for an early morning tea time at a quarter of what Elaine's planning on collecting from you. And she'll still be there to keep you in line.
That's it. I'm calling my attorney.
Too late. I already did. Turns out all the payments I was making on your behalf kind of gave me the upper hand. You know, since you didn't live up to my terms, you know, the one about trust and honesty. Plus, I have control of the fuse box. And the water heater. Paul, let's go get your stuff out of the truck.
Mom, I think I'm moving back home.